Good morning, sixth graders. Today is Wednesday, September 23rd. Today we are going to start talking about the Indus Valley River Civilization. And as always, when we study a new civilization, we begin with the geography. Remember that geography means the surrounding land, climate, and environment of a place. As you begin, go to the Independence Station page and go ahead and get started on this fill in the blank. Pause the video now. Go ahead and check your answers now as you read along. We have finished 3 different units: prehistory, Mesopotamia, and Egypt. We learned about how people in the Paleolithic age hunted and gathered. This was a difficult lifestyle that lasted thousands of years. This changed when early humans discovered agriculture in the Neolithic age. This is considered the biggest change in human history because civilizations developed. The first civilization settled next to the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in ancient Mesopotamia. In this civilization, cuneiform was created to communicate with each other. Scribes wrote on clay tablets and also where Hammurabi wrote the first laws in history. In Egypt, rulers like Khufu wrote laws on the first paper called papyrus. Make any corrections necessary on your page now. So go ahead and take a look at the map on your page. This is a map of India. India is the name of the country today, but before there was ever an India, it was the Indus Valley, the Indus River Valley. So what we're going to do now is actually just label this map using the terms in the box next to your map. I'm going to show you what mine looked like so you can make your page look like mine. This should take you a couple minutes. Please make it look exactly like mine. Pause the video now to label your map. All right, welcome back. As you can see on your map, there are a couple important rivers here. The 2 most important ones are the Indus River and the Ganges River. As we know, people always chose to settle near fresh water, which is what is in rivers. Another thing to note is that the Thar Desert and the Himalayan mountains also existed around ancient India. Remember that deserts and mountains are sort of a protection or a natural barrier from enemies because it is difficult to pass through both a desert or a mountain. Go ahead to the notes page and fill in the notes as you read along. The present-day countries of India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh are located on the large subcontinent that extends south from southern Asia. Geographers, or people who study geography, call the Indian Peninsula a subcontinent because it is so separate from the rest of the continent of Asia. The tallest mountain range in the world, the Himalayas, separate India from the rest of Asia. The 2 great rivers of the Indian subcontinent, the Indus River and the Ganges River, begin in the Himalayas and flow southward. The earliest civilization in India developed on the banks of the Indus River. What I want you to do now is write down any keywords that you notice in the column to the left. And what you should have is something like this. If you need to pause the video, please do that now so you can have all the keywords written in. The Indus River has flooded each year for thousands of years. In the fertile soil next to the river, farmers grew barley and other grains. The first farming villages were built on top of mounds made from mud and stones. The purpose of the mounds was to keep the villages above floodplains. Some of these villages grew in size to become cities. Over time, one of the largest civilizations formed. It is called the Indus Valley Civilization, and its first discovered city was Harappa. Key words that you should notice here are barley, mounds, floodplains, and Indus Valley. The last thing you're going to do in this station is use your notes and everything you learned from the video to answer the 7 questions that are on the next page. This will be graded by your teacher, so please make sure all questions are answered and that you are prepared to discuss those answers.